Hey guys, welcome back to Mission 21, Mysterious Revelations. This is obviously Mission 21 of Annihilation. The video initially was only going to be a one-parter, but I decided to split it instead. So disregard any and all talk that I talk about it being a one-parter later on, and welcome back to the video. Let's begin. Whoa.
I understand.
Bye.
Everything is in motion to begin the final act.
Okay. Where are they going to go? Wait, where did they go? Oh, they just straight up left. That happened in the other take that I took as well. Oh my god. And they're back, by the way. Oh, he has no fucking charges. This is pretty bad. Holy shit. I should have quick saved. Oh, wowie. Wow. Wowzers. Okay. Where did that open up? Did that open anything up here? There's only one more door, besides like these fucking rocks and stuff, which I'm keeping, what's his face behind? Cole Faring or whatever his name is. That's not open. That is open. We'll head over here. Yeah, if I have nothing substantial to say, I'm probably just going to cut all of this stuff. Okay, we've done that. And that just opens up this one. Okay! See you guys in a second. Wow, it only took 20 fucking seconds. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. I promise. What are we on? We're still in the... Okay. Give him a kiss. Give him a bigger kiss. Okay. Well, we've done that. Now the last place to go is over here. Oh, we have a cutscene, I guess. Hold on a second, Faring. Oh, it's this cutscene. This is such a goofy one. What's going on, Reeves? Now imagine this. They are They are stealth, by the way. Espionage. I think I saw something over there. They have time to sit here in a walkway with all the enemy forces. Are my eyes playing tricks on me, or is that not Rick over there? Probably want to have the camera go fade through the glass as well. No, you're right. That must be him. It's literally just an SCV from the back. No guards, though. He appears to be on his own. You think he somehow escaped his restraints and is attempting to get away? What the? He's running off. There's something very wrong here. Let's catch up to him. I mean, obviously, at this point, it's not even a fucking twist, right? What happened? You sure he saw us? No way he didn't. The guy was looking right at me. And then, oh yeah. This guy gets fucking moved over. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Cloaking, LOL.
What is your status?
Oh, we'll just hide inside here, I guess. So that should get us... That's everything over here, I think. Alright, let's switch over. Alright, boss battle number 2, Electric Boogaloo! I think if you take... Maybe you can adjust the height slowly of like a plane underneath him. I don't... That might be what you already do, but it looks pretty choppy. So you actually made it here. That voice! Is that you, Aaron Starling? Huh, what an honor. You actually recognize me after so long. Now, wasn't this an unexpected reunion? Starling, it is you. How the hell? Oh, come now. Is that really the reaction you give me after not seeing each other since the Korhal conflict? I thought you were incarcerated for the horrific actions you committed back then. Show, don't tell. Stop reiterating stuff we already know, by the way. I was, but I got myself an opportunity to fulfill the goals I desired. What is this supposed to mean? That. What is that supposed to mean? Sorry, my bad. I made a deal with the RSSI, Arrow. They gave me this opportunity. Even after the nuclear devastation of Dawnstrad, the RSSI didn't give up. They used the remaining soldiers to hunt down any survivors. Those guys are big on revenge. You kill one of their soldiers, and in return, they'll bring in 100 to eliminate the one responsible. So you can imagine they were on a pretty serious hunt to find me. They effortlessly wrecked the entire prison I was held in, but surprisingly, they didn't kill me. Rather, they took me in. On NetMac, I was able to take part in an official meeting with Jared Malrick. Why are we seeing a flashback? We don't need to see this. This is... Like, we're gonna kill this guy, okay? Spoiler. We brought the fellow you asked for, boss. Excellent. You're free to leave. Like, he's dead. He's dead after this cutscene, after this boss battle. So you're the infamous Aaron Starling, huh? The one who caused all this trouble. Like, I don't know why we give a shit about his motivations. We literally learned of his existence a while back, and he's never shown on screen until now. And you must be the commander of this group of miscreants. I suggest you watch your words, soldier. Most of the organization would kill you at the given the opportunity, and I can easily make that happen. What could you possibly want from me? I like how he's a dunderhead portrait, too. Makes it amazing. While it may have been easier to get rid of you, I requested to meet you in person. You intrigue me, Starling. I'm looking for people like you. People who are capable of going to any length in order to achieve what they want. What's this about? Given your background and combat expertise, combined with the suffering you've caused to your own people, you sparked my interest. I think another side effect of this is, like, Dudki still wants to use Malrick as a character even after he's dead. I know your ambition, Starling. You wish to create the perfect government, unchallenged by any other enemy. I can make your dream become a reality. All you have to do is serve me, and you can help turn the RSSI into what it is always supposed to be. But as a result of using him constantly, it just feels like he's overused. Like, he's already dead, you know? It feels like he should have just come to a conclusion, but he doesn't really have a character anyways. Serve unto you. What is the alternative? The alternative is death. I want to offer you one final opportunity to fulfill your dreams. I know you can prove useful. I will give you personalized training, and in return, you'll be among our greatest specialists. Like, even post-Malrick death, we still don't really know what drove him. He's still a pretty one-dimensional character that was just the enemy because we needed one. You can have the power you've always wanted and the satisfaction of being a part of the government you've always dreamed of. Well, I must say, it sounds better than what other options I have at this point.
Death is better.
I'm glad we're in an agreement. You won't regret this. And remember, do any funny tricks, and we'll end your miserable existence in the blink of an eye. I'll make sure everyone knows that. Yes, Malrick, sir. And that's all there is to it. Reads an entire book to us, and that's all there is to it. Ugh, I cannot believe you would fall so low as to join the RSSI. Well, he did literally give his life story to you right there, so... They're manipulating you, using you as their own personal puppet, and you chose this over death? Malrick has offered me unmatched power. Within the RSSI, I am promised what the Starling Protectorate could never become. A government without equal. I'm not going to allow you to roam freely anymore. You should have chosen your decisions more carefully. Should have made your decisions more carefully, maybe? Well, isn't that ideal? A standoff against commander and soldier. Let me see what new tricks you've learned since Dawnstrad, Arrow. I'd be happy to show you mine. This needs an R rating. This is homosexual right here.
I'll show you yours if you show me mine. Yeah. Yeah.
These are your guys. Can't hurt them. Know what I mean? Looks like you're back in business.
Now show me what you're worth, Arrow. I better get to cover. Oh shit, that mine just explodes on contact. I thought it had to burrow. So yeah, the cover system basically is like... I can't go this way. I just get moved backwards instead of there being like a temporary pathing block or something. Wow, the living mine's actually like... I never died to one before, so I just assumed that you didn't actually need to... Like, they wouldn't really be that much. Maybe they're just randomized, but previously there was only maximum 1, and I think I saw 2 the entire boss battle. Here's a little something I picked up from Malric. Oh no, he's taunting us to death, guys! Here's a little something I picked up from Malric. Oh no, he's repeating himself at us, guys! Oh no. So he runs out of, I think his energy is his ammo counter? Predict this! No! And then he does this sometimes. Another one! Where he just, like, gives you a little coom ball burst. Die! For no reason. No, I do not know what you mean, actually. I think that just blinds you if you're in its radius. Guess it's time to refill. What a line by me. So this is where we can actually do our damage. And then sometimes he gets this barrier. I think that's just like an immortal shield or something that like reduces damage. But we can usually get 2 shots of that off before he refills. So this boss battle takes way less time than the cutscene that came before it, which is pretty poor design in my opinion. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. Dudki's making a new campaign. Nah, that's too mean. It's funny that using the assault rifle is actually more intelligent than anything else when you're when he's behind cover, since it has you actually use it more often. Like it hits more often. It's higher attack speed. You will be obliterated. I think it could have been more like he gets a 99% damage reduction, and we do too. I think there could have been more of an emphasis on other kinds of gameplay, though. I wonder if that does damage. I'm still not sure. Yeah, it looks like it only actually deals damage to I don't know if it does damage, but it only does the screen effect, which I guess is pretty devastating if you. Oh my god, he went back behind the counter. It's pretty devastating if there are a bunch of landmines and you don't know where they are, or if they're like just coming at you at the same time, but that doesn't really seem to happen ever. So. Alright, we're giving him a kiss every now and then. Alright, we'll go ahead and swap back to this and start doing more DPS. I predict this. It's pretty easy to. There's a fucking indicator on the ground, man. But I haven't had to use my med pack once. No, I might have to after that. Better watch out. No, I don't think I do actually. It's crazy. Predict this, by the way. It's pretty easy to heal up since you passively heal while he's like doing his refill thing. In general, I think part of the reason why this is so difficult to balance compared to some of the... Well, all of these boss battles are pretty difficult to balance when your heroes have like 1,000 HP, 500 energy, and then just sit there and... You will be obliterated. This is also obviously not directional. It's just, is he in a region? If so, then he's in cover. But it would be nice to have some sort of angular way, like... If he's here and we're here, then we can shoot each other because the cover doesn't really work or something. There's ways to do it without adding in like an entire... Magazine's empty? Oh, he's not using that ability anymore, I guess. Like, that technically counts as cover, even though that should obviously be... at least it's pretty clear to me that it looks like it's a real shot instead of a fake one, you know? Alright, we'll give him a kiss. Alright, we'll swoop to this, and we should be able to whittle him down before the end of the line. Especially if he comes at us with that fucking die thing. He also doesn't have the most dialogue. I guess since this is still in beta, that might change later. But if he's gonna throw worthless taunts that don't mean anything at you, then it would be nice to at least have him have different worthless taunts than all the other times, you know? I'm trying to like actually shoot him with stuff as he's rotating through the different areas, but it's a little goofier than it probably looks, and it looks pretty goofy to start with. That contract's a bargain, by the way. Stop earning more money than me. Wah. He's not even shooting us at this point. I don't know where these are coming from, by the way. These, like, global cum balls or whatever. Yeah, see, better not shoot him right now. He's not, he's in cover right now. Alright, he's dead. Took me one extra cycle. Huh, maybe death isn't so bad after all. Arrow, I suppose this is the end of the line for me, huh? Look at yourself, Starling. Is this truly the existence you wished for? A slave for the RSSI? I was never accepted among the RSSI anyway. They were ready to kill me for what I did during the Core Hall conflict. It weighed heavily on me until now. I'm finally free. Finally free from all their hatred. Not from me, you aren't! I hate you, by the way. And then he just cries and kills himself. All the pain and suffering, it leaves this world along with my spirit. That's the way it should be. I was mocked, threatened, ever since I came here. That has been routine. Even that new guy Crowley has found me a nuisance. Malric was the only one who ever believed in me, and now I failed him. Now all of it just may end. Honestly, my life since he recruited me has been nothing more than miserable. I didn't ask for this. Huh. It's only fitting that the one to finally bring me down is one of my former officers. You've done well today, Arrow. You've come a long way since 5 years ago. You've been split from your allies, right? Cole Faring, and that Spec Ops investigator that Malric has talked so much about. When you meet back up with them, tell them how well you did here. Tell them that you defeated Aaron Starling today, and alleviated from his constant suffering. Laid him to rest. And tell him that... Tell him that...
Tell him that Starling sent you straight to hell!
Boom! Got him! Suit self-destruct sequence in 3, 2, 1. Dead, by the way. I hope he's dead. I hope he blew up the entire planet. I hope he blew up the whole campaign. No, I'm just kidding. That's just what I said in the previous take. I figured it was worth echoing. What the? Arrow? What's going on, buddy? Buddy? That's my dog. You might want to listen to this. I don't really. You can listen to it yourself. Just put some headphones in. It would have been cool to have a different sound effect for this since you just played the same one twice back to back. That's just static noise. Yes, obviously. This is Arrow's frequency. I've completely lost contact with him. Again, a literal cartoon character, by the way. So ridiculous. You think something has happened to him? We should call for assistance. Already on it. I sure hope nothing's happened. If you were already on it, you wouldn't be talking to us. You'd be, well, talking to us in a different capacity, I guess. Fleet Command, this is Cole. We need urgent reinforcements. What seems to be the issue, Commander? We've lost contact with Commander Arrow. I'm sending his last known coordinates to your database. I'm requesting a support team to search for him. Have them contact me if they find anything. Order received. Dispatching support unit at once. Anything else? That'll be it for now. Thank you. Faring out. Alright, let's hope for his safety. If you're ready, let's continue moving. I know Rick went this way. We gotta catch up to him. Right, of course. Stop or I'll shoot. Just shoot now. Just shoot now. Are you threatening me, kid? What the hell's going on here, Rick? We came to rescue you from the RSSI, and now I see you running away once you spotted us? Phrasing. Your abnormal behavior is giving me a bad feeling. We need answers now, Rick. Quit referring me to with that name. I have no need for a pseudonym anymore. It's pretty much the dumb... What? Oh, I never could have guessed based on all the foreshadowing. Whoa. My name is Ivan Crowley. Edward C. Rick was a pseudonym that I bestowed upon myself to avoid recognition from people unaffiliated with the RSSI. Just look at that menacing fucking anime SCV robot thing. What the hell? Crowley? You're Malrick's replacement? By the way? You catch on quick. Yes, it's true. No, they don't catch on quick, because if they caught on quick, they would have fucking known to begin with. Tell me, you remember the abbreviation CI written on the floors of the Cyrex complex, right? No, we don't. And you flashbacking us to a screenshot is not the way to reward us for remembering even if we did. So please, have some respect for your audience. Well, that is the initials of the Crowley Industries, the company that I own. The RSSI hired me to develop schematics and to help with the construction of their various machines and facilities. This includes the construction of psi emitters and bases on various worlds, including Calithus 4. So this entire cutscene is just an info dump exposition that's also supposed to be a twist, even though it shows us nothing new, really. The LMTs, the Pride of Cyrex, even the Cyrex complex, these are all the result of my brilliant mind and that my engineers brought to fruition. In turn for my deeds, Malrick became so grateful that he assigned me as second in command, and I was to take control of the organization should he fail or die, or get his brain disabled while reading fucking lines, because I've read too many lines already. At first I thought he was crazy. What a madman. But as our work together continued, I began to realize why he did it. I began, rather. I was the only one other than him who had extensive knowledge of every single piece of information relating to the RSSI. Hell, I might have known more than he did. From the beginning, recruitment, training of soldiers, experimentation, data on all bases, mission reports, and weapons development, I was there during all of that. Oh, wait. I just assumed there was a new line. I looked back up. Now, believe me, I didn't care much for it, but upon experiencing your extreme persistence back in Calithus 4, I must admit, I started seeing potential. I realized how much money I was able to gain by taking command of the RSSI, but I needed an excuse to get you to travel to Netmag with me. I was acting as if I needed research, and having control of the Zerg on Calithus was the perfect method for gaining your trust and executing my plan. So he's going over all of the events, reiterating all this information that we don't give a shit about because we already experienced. But first, I wanted to make sure that you were actually strong enough to hold your ground against the RSSI. I can't just be trusting a pair of kids to do the dirty work for me. Locking you into the Zerg lab was only the first test, and not nearly enough to prove your worth. No, I needed to test you further. I'm just going to forget all the points that I want to make because it just jumps us right into a boss battle. To see if you could prevail against superior odds and get to my position despite the obstacles in your way was where I realized we could be taking this somewhere. I could be speaking sometime. So right from the beginning, you've just been using us. Should have been so obvious. At least that part of it. I knew that if I helped you get to Netmag and provided you with all the help and intel you need, I could slowly lead you to killing Malrick, subsequently giving me full command of the Annihilators. And what if you sometime along the way didn't manage to succeed? Then I'd at least be free of you. Either way, this was a win-win situation for me. Except it took a lot of fucking effort to get all this stuff together. It seems kind of goofy that he would just be like ready to throw that all away. You're telling us that was all just a ruse, a simple trick to get you in command? Yep, pretty much. And like fools, you kids bought all of it. Don't feel bad. I don't blame you. I am the most gifted individual around the block, as they say. Honestly, the entirety of your progression is all thanks to my efforts alone. I've carried you kids on my back from the very beginning. You're utterly insane, Crowley. No, that's me for playing this. I don't get why they even accept you as their leader. Everybody who knew you, who saw you, knew that you betrayed them by helping us back on the Cyrix complex. Oh, that was piss easy. I sent a transmission asking to get me out. Told them I was in the security systems hiding from all the action. I informed them that a bunch of your engineers found their way inside with access to Cyrix security codes. And that's why I cut off all connections to the Cyrix complex. No one was to inform Malric or anyone else that I was there to helping you, or that my little excuse wouldn't work. I didn't meet many in the security systems, but those who happened to run into me died by my hand, I assume. I didn't look at it quickly. An incredibly risky strategy, and yet it worked. And the ghost operatives? I'm an engineer, kid. To improve efficiency in my work, I built and implanted a neuroenhancer within my brain that strengthens my mental control. Not even the most gifted psychics could read me. Ugh. Besides, why even try? They trust me, consider me as worthy of a leader as Malric. Turns out Baldwin was right about this guy all along. Real shame he isn't here to witness his downfall. So our little operation on the Cyrix complex really only served as a way for you to get rid of Malric? It's just question after question leading to paragraph after paragraph of exposition that we don't give a shit about. Yeah, trust me, I wasn't happy about it. I spent years developing that complex, but I was willing to sacrifice parts of my amazing accomplishments to get rid of that guy. What you don't understand is that all of what you've seen, the machines, the bases, all of it, is merely additional work that was made in preparation for the true plan, the Annihilator. Wait, what? The Annihilator? Oh no, not a fucking flashback. After Maui's disappointing failure in the Netmec caves, he became desperate. He knew that from that point on you would end up becoming a huge pain in the ass and a threat to the construction of the Annihilator. He needed you away from the planet, and specifically asked me to activate the alarms and put the Cyrix complex files on display for you to notice. The most sickening part about this whole thing is that it retroactively removes any investment we could have had in the story, because none of it mattered anyways, and it was all just a ruse. Malric planned to finish the job there. I knew he wouldn't be able to. Saw it coming a mile away. After all, I was there assisting on the main invasion, the only chance he would ever have at succeeding. And your little endeavor to the complex almost gave us the time we needed to finish the construction of the Annihilator here on Netmac. So in the end, it worked out flawlessly. But wait, didn't Crayon destroy that thing yet? Didn't Crayon destroy that thing already? That's what I thought too. Yeah, but you're a cartoon character, Ferring. You don't have thoughts. Oh yeah, about that. My god. I had to make sure you didn't find out about the location of the Annihilator, so I hacked into the computers and edited the file before you arrived to give you the wrong coordinates. I pranked you! Ha! What a trivial fucking thing. What the? What did Crane destroy then? Why are we still in this fucking cutscene? That was only the first model we designed in advance. A failed prototype. Turns out it came in handy after all. I forgot, like, there's, like, actually a 10-minute cutscene here. This is insane. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. All the things Baldwin has told me about this guy. It was all true. I don't believe this. Believe it. Haven't gotten over Baldwin yet? The kid had it coming. He was an idiot. I felt good getting rid of him. Was getting real tired of his endless shit-talking. No way. You're the one that programmed the gates to close. Wow, it's almost like he was in full control of the whole situation this whole time, and you should have put this fucking together already. Who else would it have been? I had the perfect opportunity at the time. That's it, you fucker. I've had enough of you. Incredible. I can't believe all this went over my head. The plot demanded it. It had to go over your head. There was no other way. It was all prophecy. Who cares if it went over your head or not? You may think you know everything, but you don't. This is a fitting conversation to be having. Looks like you got outsmarted, kid. How does that feel? Cartoon characters, by the way. You made a huge mistake, Crowley. We're taking you down, here and now. Oh, sure, but don't waste my time, kids. Who am I kidding? I hope you guys are ready for an epic boss battle! Hey!
Everything is in motion. I understand.
Your end has been a long time in the making.
What is your status?
Oh. So those little mines you can't destroy or shoot at all, but you can, I don't know what you can do. You can just cry yourself a river because you're still stuck in fucking cutscene land. This is all just an elaborate cutscene, by the way. It's an interactive cutscene. That's what Annihilation is, actually. He's not... He is a detector, so he can see us. Transformation sequence initiated. This is where he transforms into a random other kind of unit. You.
I understand.
I should be kiting him while I'm doing this. Like, A left clicking. And then we can sort of... we can take a bunch of damage here because it doesn't matter. I could have actually taken a health pack to avoid that, but... What are you gonna do? I think it's every 3,000 damage or something that he transforms. I don't really remember. He obviously has an absurd amount of health. I didn't even comment on that because obviously I already knew that that existed. Still have a couple of charges of this. We should be good here. Yeah. And it must be a little over that. And then he just turns into a tank, sits in this area. This area at least is pretty easy to avoid. Oh, that's a stun. That's not good. Obviously, you can just use the move speed, but it's on a charge system, so it's not infinite. This is definitely... Oh, I accidentally picked that up. I didn't even think it was possible. I thought he had, like, actual collision, but that kind of sucks. He's using voice samples from different units or heroes or things, so it kind of seems inconsistent. Transformation sequence initiated again. I think he just turns back into the SCV now. Oh no, he's in a fucking Warhound. The ult. Oh my god, what an idiot I am. This is ironically like the easiest one to avoid, I'm pretty sure. Well, I say that and then get my dick sucked, so probably not. I don't know.
What is your status? You have my gratitude. I understand.
I don't know, man. He's gonna go back to the SCV in the next sequence. I mean, it's a pretty easy boss battle so far. I mean, I'm on normal, but this is significantly easier than all the other missions. And this is about what normal should be, I would say. Unlike all of the other missions. Alright, this is where he goes into the SCV again. So sometimes he does this where he flies up this cliff and he obviously he's passively regenerating and then he like uses these guns, I think, to shoot or something. That's what's implied here. These guns don't actually move around and oh yeah, I forgot he nukes. What do you even do about this situation, honestly? I guess you just rush to the middle or something? I don't know. You'll sit for it, though, you motherfucker. Okay, seriously? Yeah, whatever. We don't actually need to manage those at all. Alright, just fuck him up. We got him. Yeah, I think we should be able to do enough damage to actually kill him. That's not really a kill, but as you'll see. Spoiler alert again. Oh my god, he's gonna heal a little bit. Figures at the last second he had to do that. Should be like the spells from both our heroes plus a couple attacks. I don't know why he triple nuked that one time. I guess we would have had to run away to the end or whatever. Alright, we got him. Back to cutscenes. Ugh. Why Maverick thought you had the capability of leading the RSSI, I'll never know. Oh, please. What Maverick lacked was simply proper management of his troops. I can guide them in the right direction. In the direction where they talk. Like, why are we not just executing him right now? It's so dumb. It's so stupid. Even your combat skills are far inferior to that of Maverick's. I don't need no combat skills. I've constructed an array of powerful weapons that can handle that for me. I have thousands of troops under my wing. Our Protoss and Zerg specimens. And of course... Void! Fuck, what the hell is that? It's Void. This is our newest creation. A new weapon of war created from a mutated parasitic organisms. Their strength is remarkable. They've just finished development and are ready to be deployed onto the battlefield. Shit, we can't fight this thing. We gotta move. Already on it. No, you're standing still talking. Clearly not already on it. By the way. So now we get like a very short-lived escape sequence. I don't know if it scales with how fast we go or not, but presumably it doesn't. Make one wrong turn here and you're pretty much fucked. It doesn't one-hit you. It's a detector, but also a parasitic organism, by the way. Got to read all that text. Even there's so much text in this campaign, it's actually stacking and overlapping. Woe is me. Okay, we just got to steroid him so he shoots it faster. He can also tank for longer since he has the... Oh my god, stop fucking camera shaking. It's so retarded. Her definition, by the way. Might as well make it a quick time event. Also, we can't hold fire anymore. That's not really that big of a deal, obviously, but... See you later. He'll start moving arbitrarily really slowly. He gets a 60% movement speed increase, just like we did earlier. Bring those rocks down. It's our only chance. Lag. You're lagging him. He's being DDoSed. Yes! We DDoSed you, motherfucker. There's probably no FOV on that camera or something. Phew. We better get out of here before it breaks those rocks down. Why are you still talking instead of walking? Walk while talking. You can do more than one thing. Wow! I was expecting a lot more of a ending cutscene. I forgot how quick it was. So... a bit of a reflection, I suppose, although this video is already way over... It's almost 2 hours long! Holy shit! Oh, it really should be split, but I can't... I don't know, maybe this will be split, and it's actually not 2 hours long, and I just exposed the fact that I wasn't sure if I was going to split it or not. Ha ha! I've never done that before, though. Yeah, this level is really like the epitome of show don't tell. Like, the storytelling is all just regurgitating information. The characters follow, like, they seem to contort to the plot, as opposed to actually, like, the plot exists, and the characters exist within the plot, and they are mutually, like, there's a relationship between the two things, as opposed to one explicitly dictating how characters react, or what characters react with, or whatever. So, it really feels all artificial. None of the characters feel like they're super defined or when I say they're cartoon characters, it's not even like they're consistently cartoon characters. Sometimes they're reasonable. Like Reeves in the first mission, he's a fairly reasonable seeming guy, you know? Some awkwardness in the way his dialogue is written, but ultimately it seems like he's a reasonable individual. There's no vestige of the old Reeves. There's no vestige of that guy who is reasonable. He's just like constantly changing shape, like a chameleon. Like all of these other fucking guys, they're all chameleons, all these characters. They're just being molded into whatever the story needs them to be right now, or whatever Dudki deems fit for the script. So I really would recommend anybody who writes dialogue at all, not just Dudki, but anybody who writes dialogue, severely, significantly audit your lines. Because there is such a thing as too little dialogue. Like, I would argue that Blizzard doesn't have a whole lot of dialogue in their StarCraft 1 campaigns, and that does somewhat hurt the characterization. But it's way better, I think, to have too few dialogue lines within a certain realm of reasonability than having way too much. And Annihilation is an example of that, turned up to 11. It's like really taken to its final conclusion, where every single fucking observation is observed by the dialogue instead of just being a natural fucking visual storytelling thing that's told to you. Like, there's no hints to anything that happens that Rick, aka Crowley, says like he did. There's no fucking hints to that at all. There's no actual real significant I mean, maybe I just didn't look for it, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing that actually, like, until the briefing of the opening text of this mission's loading screen implies that Rick is actually a double agent. You know, there's nothing that implies that at all. There's nothing that implies that there was anything awkward or weird or strange about the events that wasn't attributable to the RSSI themselves and not some fucking weird, like, double agent guy. So it's really puzzling that Dudki went for the route that he did by having it be a twist, but only in the sense that it's completely fucking out of left field, and then proceeds to retroactively, like, it feels like a retcon in many ways. It's like retroactively redefining the terms of engagement for a lot of the story. So events that we experienced in the early levels of Annihilation and all levels of Annihilation are now examined through a very different lens, but not as a result of naturally experiencing the story and then going back and re-examining it. No, they're forced in front of our faces in the way of flashbacks and still images. And they are then proceeds from that to like be redefined in front of us. And now it's like suddenly there's new information that completely contradicts everything that you thought before. So it really does feel like a retcon, even though it's not by a technical sense. So like theoretically that all could have happened. And nothing's really a plot hole. Like, Dudki went through extra lengths to make sure that technically this is not a plot hole. Technically this is not a retcon. Technically this is not inconsistent in terms of what it actually provides to the story. But in terms of a thematic, in terms of a narrative, it's completely out of left field. It's completely absurd. It's completely unrealistic. And the characters respond in ways that are completely unrealistic as well. Like, if any of them had any sense, they obviously would have just shot him while he was out of his SCV suit, right? But that doesn't happen because instead they have 10-hour long fucking cutscenes and monologue about all their different accomplishments to each other and act surprised when this is revealed, like in that Rick cutscene, in that Crowley cutscene where he pulls back the curtain, except there was no curtain and everything was already obvious as soon as he was painted as an antagonist instead of a helpful guy. Like, they don't actually react in any reasonable way. The dialogue paints it this way. The fact that they don't just gut him down immediately paints it this way. So, like, there's just that scene where what's his face died. Arrow, presumably he's dead. Maybe he's just injured. I don't know. We'll see later on, I guess. Arrow being blown up by that self-destruct sequence. It's cool in a vacuum, and then you realize that it's almost the only reason that moment is possible is not because that character who blew him up, whose name I've already forgotten, it's not because that character is a richly developed character, and it was like a fake out because a subversion of expectations, because you had some expectations for this character to maybe be somewhat repentant and somewhat reflective, and instead he takes him out with him. He's spiteful till the end. It's not even like that because you have no characterization for this character, so you have no idea who this character is really. You have vague ideas of like the relationship that Arrow had with that guy, and then otherwise you have no idea what the fuck is going on. So like you've no idea, never met him before. You execute him within 10 minutes of meeting him if you don't count, 5 minutes if you don't count the fucking opening cutscene, right? So there's no actual development of his character. He's just dead. immediately dead upon arrival, basically, into the story. So he's there for a blip, and that's it. And the only reason that moment is even noteworthy is because in a vacuum it's cool and really nice and interesting. And as part of a broader spectrum of the story itself, the only reason it could even be... The only reason it works at all is not because of intended storytelling and character development that really makes it interesting. It's actually because this campaign has a constant trope of characters giving last rites to themselves and having big long speeches all the time instead of shooting each other or fucking walking away from dead corpses. Like, it has just a constant fucking... This happens all the time. It happened with Malric, happened with, I think, Barry, or at least there was some fucking really protracted eulogy, and it's just constant. It's non-stop, and it really just never stops. So the only reason this is even consistent with the rest of the story is because of a trope that is so obnoxious to anybody who values any level of verisimilitude or realism in their stories, and the stories that they like to consume. So that's, I think, I've boiled it down to really two major points in the story in this particular map that really articulate everything that I think is possible to take away from this story, from this particular episode. So I hope this was enlightening to you. I guess it probably was split across 2 parts because 2 hours is way too long for a single video. So sorry about the awkward fucking talk about it being 1 part and 2 hours long instead. I will see you guys on the next video. This will be the last set of StarCraft 2 videos. Until Dudki makes a new set of Annihilation videos, or Annihilation maps, in which case I guess I will add those to the list of things to do in between Let's Play titles. But starting this Tuesday at 2:30 Eastern, if you use military time, aka real time, that's 14:30. And then just translate Eastern time to whatever your time zone is. That is when I will be streaming Halo Wars 2 and whatever other Let's Play title I'm working on in the future. And you can expect at least 3 levels because there's going to be at least 3 videos for at least 3 days. So come in, tune into that, hang out. Afterwards, sometimes I play CSGO or some other game. You can hang out and fuck around and chat. Maybe I'll play some StarCraft 2 with co-op or something with viewers afterwards. I don't know. We'll figure stuff out, man. We'll have some fun. Thanks to Dudki for putting up with my commentary, even though I don't really think I said anything that was necessarily out of color. But thanks for everybody who's enjoyed the series so far. Happy that I guess I can take a break and hopefully cool down between the next this map and the next map's release. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this video is somewhat helpful in some capacity, even on a small level, to Dudki, since this is still in beta. And if you have any feedback for him that I didn't cover, or you'd like to echo any sentiment that I made, feel free to let him know in the comment section, or go to the StarCraft 2 Mapster Discord or forum or whatever. Find him, stalk him, find him in real life, and give him your feedback in real life too. And I'm not advocating violence. I just think that would be hilarious if you found the developer of a campaign in real life and you walked up to him and said, "Hey, you're Dudki, right? So this is what I think about Map 21.